Okay, guys, today our task is maintenance. You want to clean this particular tank and the stuff inside. So here you see that is a diffuser, CO2 diffuser, and from what I'm seeing there, that thing is capable of making very fine bubbles, very fine and tiny bubbles. But now they're coming in big, which is not so good. I know for a fact the problem is it's because it's dirty. So okay, hello again, guys. I hope you're fine. Today is me again, back with some fish stuff. Today I'm going to be cleaning my apparatus or whatever it is that I'm using, my equipment, I think. And by my equipment, I mean the diffuser, filter pipes, the glass, and yeah, I think that'll be all. So as you can see, there is a CO2 diffuser that I use from the brand Aquapro. It's quite nice. It works very well. Makes some nice fine bubbles, but nowadays it's making these big bubbles because it's dirty. So I'm not only going to be cleaning that, I'm also going to be cleaning another one that I have in my other setup, and that is also dirty like that one. It's a different type though, as well as a different brand altogether. But no worries, I'm going to show you. So right now I'm taking it out of the tank where it is, so I can be able to show you how it looks and how dirty it is. But it's not so dirty that we can clean it. It's something that we can do with ease. My piping is caught up in a lot of stuff, but this is how it looks. I think in water I can see it as well. Then it's also dirty and no longer giving off nice amounts of CO2. So we need to clean both. So unfortunately, when I was trying to get this out, it got caught up in cables and it tripped my power. So now I'm working in darkness with the help of this flashlight from the phone. But yeah, let me get it sorted out and then we can continue. Okay, the crazy work is done. So the first thing I have to do here, as you can see the water is flowing. I have to turn off my filter. Now that the filter is off, I can safely take out these pipes that are there. These, you can see how dirty they are. They're very dirty. But before that, I want to start with this, which is the main focus of this video. These. So how do you clean them? It's quite easy, really. As of now, I want to make sure you see them up close, maybe. See all that algae stuff. It's supposed to be clean like this. So clearly we can see it's not that clean here. Focus. Doesn't really want to focus, but yeah. So what you need is bleach, any kind of bleach. Myself in South Africa, I use Domestos, quite a popular brand. So what you need to do is use some water. Maybe this amount. Your water is supposed to be able to cover the diffusers that you want to clean. You add just a bit. I've put too much there, but that's about the amount you put of bleach. You mix it if you wish to. Even if you don't mix it, it still works. So like this is now a solution of bleach and water. Now you do this. You put your diffuser in there. Make sure it stays inside like this. And to show you here how it's supposed to be like this. So you must make sure that your diffuser is fully submerged in the water like this, and make sure it's passing out CO2. You must not switch off your CO2. You let it just run like this, and maybe after about 15 minutes it will all be good. You take it out, rinse it with dechlorinated water. I usually add some scape to the water that I use to rinse this, and then we are good to go. So I'm going to give it time. Let's see how it's going to go. In the meantime, I'm going to be cleaning my pipes, my filter pipes, waiting for this to go clean. I think I'll just add a bit of water there because clearly it's not really enough. The other diffuser is almost outside of the water there. So I'll add some water there in the background while I do the rest. And you'll be able to see everything that I'll be doing. Okay. Okay. So I add just a bit. Now it's fully submerged. I'm confident that it's going to be submerged for a long time. And just for me to avoid kicking this down, I'm going to move it to somewhere a bit safer. Okay, so now another thing that is very important after handling this bleach, must make sure your hands are clean without any bleach left, because if you put it in the water, it's going to damage the cycle. It's going to take out all the beneficial bacteria that have been growing for a long time, and then you need some more of a restart on the tank in terms of filtration. So you must make sure once you're done, your hands should have no trace of the bleach. So here I'm not only going to be cleaning the pipes, but I'm also going to be cleaning the glass. So for me to do that, I need to lower the amount of water a bit so that when I put my hands in there, the water doesn't spill out. So I'll drain a bit of the water. So my fish are used to me, as you can see. So if I keep my hands steady, they will come and actually be sucked out of the tank. So I have to scare them a bit. Okay, I think that's low enough. Remember, I've turned off the filter. So now it's time for me to take out these pipes, the filtration pipes. starting with this. So there is water along the pipe, which should be careful with, because okay. So now what is very important is to make sure you're able to get these pipes off the tank and into your bucket or whatever it is that you're going to use to clean it without spilling off some water on the floor, because remember, these are in water and there is some water in here. So if you just pull it off, it's going to suck out the water from the tank and it spills it everywhere. So you have to be careful when disconnecting the pipes from your filter. So I could in theory clean the filters all together with the pipes and the tank, but I've seen that it takes a bit of a toll on beneficial bacteria if you clean everything all at once. So here I'm going to be cleaning the pipes and the tank. The filter, no, I'm not going to clean it today. So this is here something I retrofitted here. I broke my lily pipe. You see. So now the water is just going down. It was like this. The water would come out, spin a bit, then go forward, which was helping with the oxygenation of this tank. But now like this, it's been tough. But it is what it is until I get another set of pipes. And the next time I'm going to use stainless steel. This, no. I can no longer go with this. Okay, so for this process, you need to have a pipe brush. You could say it's a special tool for cleaning pipes, or maybe unique if you don't want to use the word special. But I don't have one at the moment. I lost mine. So what I do is I just find some flexible wire that is stiff enough to be pushed through a pipe without bending, but also flexible enough for me to be able to pull it through bends that in these pipes. As you can see, the lily pipe, it is a curve. I need something that will go through that curve without damaging anything there. So like this is what I do. Push it in, pipe will go in all the way, but here seems not to be happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it from the bottom. Careful, it's easy to break these. If I do it from here, chances are it might be able to come out. And yeah, it's out. So you see, it's out like this. All you need to do now is just pull the other end, and this goes inside of your pipes like this. Cleans everything. See how clean it is with just one stroke there. Let's try again here. Now guys, Glass is very dangerous. It can cut you easily. I don't recommend any of you to continue using a lily pipe that is damaged like this. It's just a high risk. It's easy for you to get injured when you're using things like this. So if it's broken, please replace it. And if you see that you're not good with glass, go for plastic or the metal one. They also work well. The looks might not be what you want, but they are stronger, so they will last you longer. So this is fairly clean from what you can see. I don't think I need to clean it further. This is just enough. I mean, I can't perfect it, especially when I don't have the right brush to clean it with. So I'm going to settle for this. It's clean enough for me. Avoid damage. I hang it on the tank, and then now comes the pipe that it was on. See how easy it is to clean the pipes. Okay, so now I'm done with the cleaning. They're not so clean, but hey, they're not so dirty anymore. So I think I've done a good job there. Now I'm going to be connecting back the lily pipe. Like this. Then okay. So now they're connected. I'm now beginning the process of cleaning the glasses. Now I'm cleaning the gas. I'm cleaning the glass itself using this filter floss. You don't need something that is too hard. It will scratch the tank. So something like this works well. But the best is a sponge. The hard side of a sponge that we use for dishes is the most effective side. Or you can use an algae scraper if you have one. It has very sharp blades, so they clean it quicker But if you're not careful with those, you scratch your tanks easily. So I'm not a big fan of those. You can also use a credit card. It's quite flat and forgiving in terms of scratches, but it does the work as it is done by a razor blade. So I think it's the best alternative here if you wish to clean your glass nicely. Now you see, for my glass, I'm not going to be putting so much pressure because there isn't much dirt on the glass. I don't have too much algae, so it's easier to clean. But if your tank has a lot of algae, you need to put a bit more pressure on whatever thing that you'll be using to clean the glass. So for me, I'm glad it's not the case. Okay, so now I believe my glass is clean. It's time for me to drain out some water. Okay, so my pipe is on the glass now. Just going to move it now and make sure it's pointing out. So you need a long pipe if your tank is far from any water disposal area, like outside, drainage, sink, toilet. You need your pipe to be long because that's the only way you'll be able to drain water going out directly without causing a mess in the house and then creating a fight for you, careless of your wife. So now I do this. So since planting, I had never done like any major cleaning here. So there's probably a lot of plant matter that is here from all those plants that melted. But I didn't lose much though. Most of my plants are surviving. There was virtually no melt back. You can see how it looks when they melt. This is Alternatera rekini rosanevich. It did melt, so now it's out. It's always good to take out all the plant matter that you get from plants that are melting, because when they are decaying, it's also more and more waste that will be in your tank, which causes more and more ammonia, which is cause more algae as well. So it's always a good thing to make sure your tank is free of any decaying plant matter. This will help you in the long run, keeping your tank clean and algae free. Now you don't need to take out a lot of water when doing water changes. Just maybe 25 to 30% would be good. So for me, if it was very dirty, I usually do about 50%. But when it's not so dirty, I don't take much. Some people say being consistent with the amount helps, but for me, I haven't seen any difference. So I just drain whatever amount of water that I'm able to drain that day and refill it. So today, since I've disturbed most of the stuff, I think I just drain a bit more so that there won't be any dust settling on my plants and giving me more algae. So I'm going to take a bit of a good amount of water out. So in a setup like this, the one thing that is a bit boring and upsetting is that I kept my nutrients with a lot of sand. So instantly, this makes it a bit more difficult for the plants to access the nutrients in their early days because they need longer roots to reach where the nutrients are. But once they are rooted very well, the process just goes smoother. They start to grow like crazy, most of them. You can even tell if you look at those that I was able to plant deep with the roots already reaching the nutrient rich layer. Those plants will be doing much better, quicker than anything else that has its roots in the sand and is yet to reach the nutrient layer. You need to take a bit of time for those ones. Okay, I think that's a good amount. So here in this particular tank, there's a lot of algae that I've been fighting for a long time now. I'm going to be doing it again today by making sure I put some hydrogen peroxide in there and do what I call spot dosing. So for that, I use a syringe like this. I go right at the bottom where the algae is. Now this is not a very strong uh, concentration, so the effects are way slower because it's not so powerful. I'm using this on purpose though, as I've used the powerful version some time back, and if I forget that I've put some peroxide inside there, you tend to lose some plants because you're supposed to do it I've also do that, and also make sure that you are quick to clean it out and to drain it out so that it doesn't continue to degrade any plants. So here is it's just going to be a complete water change on all my tanks. This one is next, which is a very new setup. I forgot to clean the glass before I started draining. So I usually don't clean the surfaces of my tanks when they're still new and cycling, like this one here, because there will be a bit of also some beneficial bacteria that will be housed on the tank walls. But since I'm considering putting a filter in this one, I do clean the walls. As always, never forget to put your dechlorinator. Don't know how it happened. So damn good. Ooh, ooh, yes indeed. Replay, replay, hey. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh-wee.